What's up, fam? It's your girl Brittany, and it's been a while. It's been a very long time, and if you did not know, I am pregnant. So this right here is my first trimester video because I just wanted to document this, and this has been a journey, something that I've never expected. Obviously I didn't expect it, but pregnancy feelings in that first trimester is just, it's different. I just entered my second trimester, and during my first trimester, I must say, there's so many different things going on with me, ways that I've never felt before in my life, and it is a couple hurdles that you go over. First off, one crazy thing about this entire situation is right now, of course, is when the entire coronavirus is happening. So being pregnant on top of just being a normal human being, I get a little wary sometimes, a little scared, but I've just kind of learned to stay positive throughout the situation because I want to make sure that I have a nice and healthy pregnancy, because not only is my energy affecting me, but my energy is affecting my little one as well. I've had a couple doctor's appointments. I actually found out that I was pregnant at 5 weeks. I am now officially 13 weeks, and I even got my paper today that told me the gender of my baby. Now, most of the time, I believe people don't get to find out until about 16 weeks, but I received the blood test. So I'm going to be having a gender reveal this weekend, which is going to be awesome. What I did was I got a punching bag, since I do own a gym. I got a punching bag piñata, which I'm going to be filling up with, well, not me, I'm giving it to one of my clients. She's going to be filling it up with whatever color the gender is, and I'm literally just going to kick the shit out of it, and that's how we're going to figure out what the baby is. But I just wanted to go over a couple of different symptoms, how I've been feeling, how these past few weeks have been for me, how I knew that I was pregnant without taking a pregnancy test, and just a little bit about this journey that's been going on. Come here, Mimi. So first off, how did I know that I was pregnant? I knew that I was pregnant because my nipples were on fire. Now, usually when it comes to my period, my boobs are just a little bit heavy, but this wasn't that type of feeling at all. The type of feeling that I had in this situation was my nipples felt like they were like piercing out of my shirt, which was something I've never felt before. And when I would wake up the next morning, my boobs literally felt like there was weights on my boobs. Like, and mind you, I'm a B cup, basically an A cup. So I didn't understand why my boobs felt extremely heavy. So just because of the way my boobs were feeling, I was like, okay, I think it's time for me to take a pregnancy test because something's a little off. Now, on top of that, I was 4 days late for my period. I use this app called Glow, which used to let me know when my period was coming. And I'm like, okay, period's supposed to come today. And usually I get a little crampy before my period, so I know that it's coming, but I didn't have the cramps. Then day 2 came, day 3 came, day 4 came. I was like, all right, I'm going to take a pregnancy test. So after I took the pregnancy test, I was like, oh wow, okay, so this is real and this is happening. And it's just like everything. I don't know if it's because I knew I was pregnant, but everything just started making so much sense. I felt drained. I would literally wake up after being asleep for 8 hours, brush my teeth, and want to go straight back to sleep. I was exhausted. And it's a different type of tired. It's like, it's not just like, oh, I want to go to sleep. It's like your entire body just feels like there's so much weight on it, and you're very, very, very tired. So on top of me having the sore nipples and the really, really heavy feeling boobs, I was just really, really exhausted. And then, believe it or not, around 6.5 weeks, I started getting cramps. So naturally, I was a little bit scared because I was like, wait, am I about to get my period? Even though they said that I was pregnant. But what they said was that basically my uterus was expanding, and that's why I was actually getting the cramps. At first, I was very, very, very terrified. I thought that something might have been wrong. So I went to a midwife, and I let her know about the cramping, and she told me that if it happens for much longer, then to let her know. But it really only happened for about a week, which is really good. But my body was just going through so many different changes, and with me owning my own business, having to go there and you know, be the leader, it was really, really hard because everything about me was just different. Something that I was just getting accustomed to, and I basically had to try to play it off while going there as well. So around 7-8 weeks is when I started having weird cravings. I really wanted beef. I still want beef. Every single day I want beef. Now, come to find out, I actually have really low iron. So that's something you want to find out when it comes to you being pregnant, because since you are sharing your body, you want to make sure that you do not have low iron, because then you're going to be extremely drained. So I was prescribed some iron pills, which is something that I'm taking right now. But I just had really, really weird cravings for beef. So first 2 weeks, weeks 7 and 8, I was eating tacos, I was eating quesadillas, I was eating spaghetti. Anything that had beef, that was something that I was eating, basically. And, you know, I don't know if the cravings thing is real, but what I feel like happens specifically with me is I can see something and I'm like, I want that. And then the moment that I say I want that, my body just does not chill out until I actually receive that. On top of that, top of the cravings, there's a lot of things that your body go through that you really don't want it to go through, but it happens. For example, on top of me being extremely tired and always wanting to sleep, I had very, very bad gas, like from the front and from the back. I'm always farting, still to this day. I'm always burping. Everything is different. Like, my bowels are different. Everything is just, I don't know if it's because I'm sharing my body, but everything about my body is different. It's not mine anymore, and that's something that I'm just kind of learning, and something that my boyfriend is adjusting to as well, because we'll be in the middle of talking. Actually, a couple weeks ago we were kissing, and then I had to move away so I can burp really quick, which was a little awkward, but it's something that he's gotten used to by now. I stopped caring about, like, now I just let loose. I really don't care. But it's just an adjustment in my body that over time it does get a little bit better, but naturally it's just something that you kind of have to get used to throughout the entire process. What I actually did when it came to telling my family and my friends about me being pregnant, because I just wanted to wait a little bit. I did not wait until the second trimester like suggested. Just because I had all my family coming in for my grand opening. So I opened up a gym that was for women, and after my actual grand opening, we had a dinner and all of our family was there, and I gave them little cards that had the baby's picture in it, well, the little ultrasound, and it basically said, will you be my auntie or would you be my grandpa? And I'm gonna put a little clip in here just so you can see how crazy it was. But that's how we were able to tell our friends and family that we were expecting. And the good thing about this situation is that we were just overwhelmed with so much happiness, overwhelmed with so much joy. Everyone was supportive. So that took a lot of weight off of my shoulder. I knew that the support was there. Guess what? I'm having a baby.
Oh my God! No! No! Oh my God!
Okay. All right.
I officially told Instagram and social media this weekend that we were expecting, and that was even more support. And that's something that I was actually very afraid of, because I just felt very vulnerable once I actually put that out there, because I did not know you know, everyone's not always going to be happy for you. Everyone's not always going to wish you the best. And I was a little bit scared. So as soon as I hit that send button and I told everybody that we were expecting, I literally like got teary-eyed. And that was just because I really, again, want to make sure that I protect my energy throughout this period. So I was scared that maybe somebody might say something wrong, but believe it or not, I've received nothing but love. There was one person that said something a little weird. They said that they were shocked because they thought that I was so into my business that they wouldn't expect me to have a child. Now, at first I was kind of like bothered by it. I was very bothered by it. But my boyfriend had to let me know that I'm a person that is like really on my grind. So people, when they see me, they see business. And I'm still about my business. The thing about it is that now I'm just going to go harder. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to grind harder. And I'm not going to let this whole coronavirus mess up everything that I've built over the past 2 years, because with me just opening and with me being a gym, we had to shut down. So I found little ways to make it work. I've currently been doing virtual training online and letting people do personal training online as well. But I am determined to make this work because it's not just about me anymore. It's about also having a child. So I'm just making sure to stay positive in this situation, because again, I know I'm sharing my energy, and I'm just very excited for this second trimester to see what's going to happen, because now is when the baby is really going to start growing and the belly is really going to start growing, and I'm really going to start seeing changes to my body. Because before, it wasn't really physical changes, it was more so changes that I was feeling on the inside of my body. Now that I'm in my second trimester, I'm not feeling a lot of the things that I was feeling before. I'm not feeling drained or anything, but I'm always hungry. Like I can eat all day. But at the same time now I feel a different feeling where I'm always feeling kind of full. And when I go to sleep, this is something that is very intense. And this started very early on, probably around week 7. I probably use the bathroom like 6 times a night. And nothing's even on my bladder yet, but they said it's basically because there's a lot more blood streaming through you because you have a baby now. So I'm always using the bathroom and waking up in the middle of the night. So it gets a little bit hard to sleep sometimes, because after I use the bathroom, it takes about another 10 or 15 minutes just to get back to sleep. But it's an adjustment, and I know that it's going to get worse down the line. So I'm just kind of be positive right now with what I'm going through, because I know that it's going to be much different. So I'm going to bring my boyfriend in here just so that I can ask him a couple questions about me with my first trimester, and let's see how it goes. Babe.
Yeah.
Ready? This is my baby father. Say hello.
Hello.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the first trimester, which I've already explained my side, but I kind of wanted to go over your side in the first trimester. So how did you feel, not even once I told you, but once you started seeing the changes in me, because I know it was different?
I think the main thing was just the bathroom. Like that was crazy because you're always getting up, and I'm not that heavy of a sleeper, so I feel like every time you got up, then I got up. And then it was just like...
But are you still getting up?
Not as often, but like maybe out of the 6 times, I'm getting up maybe 3. Before I was getting up all 6 times, so I think I'm getting better with that. I'm getting used to that. But I think that was probably the craziest noticeable change.
And then he used to say that I used to move around a lot.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat. I don't know where that came from, but the Mortal Kombat was out of control. Like, you used to sleep and just be still. Now, it's like you're crumping. It's crazy. So I think that's, bathroom and Mortal Kombat in the bed.
What about the food?
I mean, honestly, babe, you really was always intense eater. You like everything.
But now,
now you act on it like crazy. I want pizza. I want macaroni and cheese. I want potato chips. I want french fries.
we can't say too many things, so I'm gonna start getting hungry and I'm gonna start one of those things, 'cause that's how it works. I used to eat Milano cookies, and I used to eat just like one, there's 3 rows, and I used to eat 1 row, but I wasn't going to tell you this, but today I ate all of them.
Yeah, but I figured that. I saw you. You was getting real cozy.
I ate all 15 cookies. How are you adjusting to my burping and farting?
You always did that.
But it's like...
She always did that. Always did that. Always did it. But you always did it.
But it's different now.
Yep, it is. It's very different.
It is very different now because before I can take it. Now sometimes if I fart, I almost throw up.
Oh, so basically you're only affected. It always smelled like that.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Oh, that's one thing I forgot to bring up. My senses, like my nose is on 1000. So I can smell things like from down the street.
Superhero nose.
Yeah, it's not even something that you would think that is enjoyable. One time I walked into Chipotle, and I love Chipotle, and I almost threw up just because I smelled everything. I smelled the bathroom, I smelled them, I smelled the tables, I smelled the food. It was just different.
And she's very dramatic, so how she's describing that is not actually how she reacts to it. It's way worse. It's out of control.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna save you. I'm just gonna let them know that it's pretty crazy.
I have been not very dramatic in this situation. I've made sure to, you know, be calm because I know that he's with me too. So I don't want to be that crazy pregnant girl. So I've tried to make sure to really relax my hormones because the hormones change a lot. A whole lot. I'm very needy. I cry over everything. I listen to a song and I cry.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything's been amazing.
Yeah. It's been great. She's the greatest person in the world. She's amazing. I love you, babe.
Well, just expect another video soon because how many weeks for the trimester? Is it 13 weeks each trimester?
Yep, because that's when you started the second one.
So I'll be having a second trimester video soon, and then after that, obviously the third trimester. So you guys are going to see my body change in these videos little by little. But thank you guys for tuning in. And what do I say now?
Yep, see ya.
Bye.